Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Chairman, for holding this hearing. Thanks to our witnesses who have traveled to share their perspectives on child nutrition programs, what's working and what we can do to improve them. I have long supported the Whole Milk for Healthy Kids Act. Thank you, Senator Marshall. And this hearing is an important opportunity to underscore the importance of school nutrition and threats to their success. Ensuring kids have access to nutrition foods at school is a win-win. A win for kids, a win for schools, and a win for our farmers who provide healthy and nutritious foods. I will note there's kind of a perfect storm going on right now with the tariffs, which I oppose, these proposed tariffs, with input costs, with weather, which is not in our control, whether it's floods, whether it's tornadoes, and then, of course, with the chaos right now with cuts and with people being terminated and then rehired with avian flu. When I'm out there, I just did a 14-county rural tour, including several small town halls with the Farmers Union, and I really got a sense of where people are coming from. And they aren't activists, they're regular farmers, ranchers, mostly small farmers, and it's a lot going on. And so I would just point out that as one of our witnesses today, Mr. Gorman, has said, the funding that we put into school meals is some of the best money that we spend. Not only do school meal programs reduce hunger and promote learning, they also support our local farmers and ranchers at a time when it's probably the very worst time I've seen in decades to step away from that, because the economy is getting to be much more volatile than it was a few months ago. That means people are going to need these programs like the SNAP program, and then you also have the farmers and ranchers that are getting headwinds at them on many different fronts. Over the last decade, we've made significant improvements to child nutrition. The nutrition quality of school lunch and school breakfast has improved, and at the same time, we have worked to streamline school meal programs. Community eligibility has been a tremendous success, eliminating burdensome red tape while increasing the number of schools offering meals. In the 2023-24 school year, nearly 48,000 schools with 23.6 million students participated. Community eligibility has played a key role in allowing Minnesota to offer meals for children. To provide meals to all kids in our state, Minnesota chips in state funds on top of the federal reimbursements to allow every school to offer meals. As this committee looks at federal child nutrition programs, we should ensure changes to the programs improve them rather than take away nutritious foods from kids across the country. Unfortunately, schools, charities, and food banks across the country are facing a loss of these fresh, nutritious foods because of USDA's recent cancellation of local food purchase agreement and local food for school funds. In Minnesota, for example, schools will lose significant funding for local commodities and farmers. Like one livestock operator I heard from, are losing critical domestic markets at the same time when retaliatory tariffs, as I just noted, are costing farmers and ranchers greatly across global markets. And the cancellation of additional anti-hunger funding will only exacerbate food insecurity. Our federal nutrition programs are intended to work together, addressing hunger both in school and at home. I led my colleagues in demanding answers about the recent cut to local emergency food providers. If local charities and food pantries cannot meet the needs of the growing number of food insecure kids, school food programs will be asked to do more to ensure our kids aren't going hungry, not less. In the House, cuts to school meal programs through reconciliation are on the table. As the House Ag Committee's $230 billion cut, likely to nutrition programs like SNAP, would be devastating to child nutrition. SNAP is also our largest child nutrition program, serving 15.5 million children in 2022. Cuts to SNAP will also have a direct impact on school meals. Many kids participating in school meals actually do so through SNAP. So cuts to SNAP are also cuts to school meals. And recent proposals to cut SNAP would have kicked nearly 1 million kids off of child nutrition. While we can continue to make improvements to our school nutrition programs, and I hope we will have those discussions in the context of a farm bill, which we so sorely need, we shouldn't ignore the progress that we have made. And we can't pretend that the cuts that are currently on the table won't stop that progress dead in the tracks. I hope that we can all agree that we should first do no harm and then build upon what's working. With that, I look very forward to hearing from the witnesses. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.